Well, all right, STCC, we are ready for our next panel. We are with our friends with Bros Before Shows, talking about building South Mississippi Toy Fest. So while we start, or I guess really as we get started, why don't you guys let us know all about your table, your Mississippi Toy Fest that you got going on, where it is, when it is, and then we'll talk about kind of how it got started.
You don't step on it.
You do it under my foot.
So, our next South Mississippi Toy Fest will be September 26, 2026, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, at the Lake Terrence Convention Center, and that is our new location. It'll be our second time at this location. It'll be our 15th or 16th show.
15 or 16 shows, awesome. So you were telling me before, name's Twinkie, by the way. I love
Twinkie.
the name. Might be the coolest name that's here. How did you guys get started with doing this? Like, was this a fandom that you had growing up, and you were just like, hey, how can we make this something big? Or how did it all get going?
Well, with the show, Scotty here. Scotty is the mastermind behind all of this. He is actually working another Comic-Con right now.
All right.
He works for actor Brandon Routh, and he is his handler at all Comic-Cons. But Scotty, whenever he moved back from California, he wanted to do a toy show. He said, I am tired of traveling hours and hours to a toy show. So he was just like, no, we'll start it. And so it got started in a dance studio.
Yes. In Laurel, Mississippi.
Yeah, dance studio in Laurel, Mississippi with 10 vendors on July 31st.
No air.
2021 with zero air conditioning.
No air conditioning. Oh, my goodness. And now you have air conditioning, I'm
Yes,
hoping, right?
yes,
That's good.
yes.
So this is actually our fourth location. We moved to a junior college, and at the BSU we used it. We had about 20 to 30-ish vendors there. We outgrew it, and so then we had to start looking for another one, and that's where Mr. Eric came in.
Yep.
He vended with us.
Yeah.
He's an architect, so he knows where we can find somewhere big enough. Mm-hmm. And so the Salvation Army in Hattiesburg had a big enough location. They had a gym and a game room and all that, so we moved to it with, what was it like? 120 vendor spots is what we ended up with?
We had like 120 tables. Oh, sorry. We had 120 tables, but you know how vendors do. They like to get more than one table. So we probably had 80 vendors or so, something like that. Maybe 75, I can't remember exactly, but we grew substantially from going from the BSU to the Salvation Army, and both vendor participation and attendance. Because we were having 300-ish at the BSU, and we jumped up to 900 people at the Salvation Army. And we've grown and grown and grown. And at the last show at the Lake Terrace Convention Center, through the door, we had 1,330 attendees. And then if you count vendors and guests that we had 1,501 people at the show total.
Wow.
And it just keeps growing.
Yeah, that is awesome. So what do you, I guess, attribute that? Obviously, there's a lot of hard work that goes into it for sure, and promotion and things like that. But do you think there's just this growing love of, the more and more you have these conventions that are happening, people are going to hear about it?
Yeah, I think the love is there.
Yeah.
I think there's no shortage of collectors out there for whatever, whether it's comics, video games, toys, whatever. It's, if you want the attendance, then you've got to get the word out.
Yes.
So the best way to get word out is through advertising, social media, promotion at other shows, things of that nature. And that seems to work well for us.
Yeah, and so I didn't ask you in the beginning, what are your respective roles as far as it comes to this Mississippi the Toy Fest? Yeah, obviously there's the brains. If you didn't catch it, that's the brains.
He's the brains. Twinkie over here is the brawn, and I'm the looks.
I was gonna say, I think that's the face you put on the flyers, right? Yeah.
My role pretty much is I handle the venue, and I help Scotty handle vendor money in, door money in, taxes, things of that nature. And Twinkie.
I am the day of guy. I'm in charge of security, making sure all the vendors are where they're supposed to be. If Scotty and Eric can't put the fire out, that's whenever I usually step in. If I step in, it's not good, because I'm usually not nice at this point. If we've gone through them too, because they're very nice to everybody, and sometimes you have to have a firm hand with some folks. But that's basically what I do. I'm in charge of all the volunteers that help us. We do a charity raffle every show.
Okay.
So the vendors donate to the charity raffle. And we also go to other cons and we get autographs, and we put that in also. And it's now our charity is the ARC, and they deal with adults who have mental and learning disabilities and stuff like that. You have these group homes. Well, they have outings every month. So we give them free tickets to the show so that they can come enjoy the show. And then 100% of that raffle money, we sell raffle tickets for $1, goes to them. And so that's able to fund another outing. Like they had a bowling night, and it was sponsored by the Bros Before Shows and stuff like that. So that's where I come into play, and we get our local DJ to come and do the raffle and stuff like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So let me ask you, just with the passion of starting something like this, obviously we said the brains behind it, but did you both have fandoms or something growing up that maybe is something that even at your show you gravitate toward? Because we're at conventions like this, and you got the trading cards, you got the toys, you got the video games, you got the art, you got the music, all these types of things in one place. Obviously you guys are predominantly, is it all toys at your thing?
So we do pick and choose, but it's toys and comics and related collectibles, video games and stuff. How I got involved, I owned a gaming truck. Okay. I had an old UPS truck that I turned into a Vault Gaming. It was Fallout themed. I had 15 TVs mounted on this thing. I had 26 gaming consoles, and I would do events and birthday parties and stuff like that. And I used to just come and set up at the con to get me some business.
Yeah.
And then it turned into we had some other partners that weren't doing as much with it, so I kind of stepped in to help Scotty do more.
Right.
So now there's 5 of us who own the show. Me, Eric, Scotty. Then we have Eric with a K, and then we have Jeremy. Who,
that's not confusing at all, is it?
Oh my God.
I'm with a C. He's with a K.
C with a K. So Eric with a C. What did you have a fandom growing up, or something that draws your attention at some of these cons?
Man, did I have fandoms growing up. Let me tell you, man. But number one fandom still to this day is G.I. Joe.
Oh, there you go. Yo-Joe.
Love it. Loved it then, love it now. Have a huge collection, sell it at my booth. I also love Star Wars. And then I'll go even further back because I'm the old man of the group. $6 Million Man.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you got a fan out there. That's good.
$6 Million Man, Micronauts, Braum, Star Wars, and then later on, there was Masters of the Universe, Thundercats, Silver, all that stuff speaks my language, man. I love every bit of it.
I love it. Yeah. So talk just for a second too about how does what is Bros Before Shows? Because I want to kind of branch to that a little bit too. And kind of how that ties into this Toy Fest, or if it ties in at all.
All right, well, I'll speak on it for just a minute. I recently became a bro.
Oh,
I was helping behind the scenes with the toy show and everything, and they came to me and they asked me to join. I was like, absolutely, I'd love to. And for me, it's basically Scotty films most of the shows we go to, so does Twinkie. And we put that on YouTube. So we try to go to every toy show, Comic-Con, anything that's close enough that we can get to. We even go to Joe Fest in Atlanta and film it.
Wow.
And then we put it on YouTube. I'm sorry, Augusta, yes. And we put it on YouTube, and we try to get as many people to watch that as we can. So.
Yeah, so I joined the Bros on the 3rd or 4th episode. They were interviewing me about my gaming truck, and then Scotty's like, "Hey man, you've got a good feel for this. Why don't you join us?" And man, we do like they said, we go around, we film other Comic Cons, we help promote these smaller shows or even big shows like STCC and Joe Fest, and Fan Expo. I think they went down there for one of those.
Yeah, we have.
But
Small shows like Harrisville and
yeah, we have a lot of smaller shows in Mississippi, anywhere between 10, 20 vendors, and but we do that. But on the show, we interview celebrities, of course, with Scotty working for who he does. Like we have a Brandon Routh episode, and we don't ask the normal questions.
Okay.
So because we're a toy show, we ask, hey, what was your favorite toy growing up? What was your favorite cartoon that whenever you got off the school bus, you know, you ran inside and watched that? And that's what we go into. We go into more of that side of it.
I love that. So in that vein, what was your favorite toy growing up?
Oh,
I'm sure you've been asked and thought about it. What was your favorite toy growing up?
So growing up, I was big Ninja Turtles, and I just started back collecting that again. My collections are Ninja Turtles. I'm a huge Ghostbuster fan. I'm single, so I can decorate my house how I want to.
Come on.
And my rooms are themed. So I've got like a Star Wars kitchen, and then Ghostbuster living room, Harry Potter hallway, and I'm Lego. I have a small fortune in Lego.
There you go.
Which isn't very hard because they're expensive now.
I was going to say a small fortune might be one set nowadays. That's it.
But yeah, that's, and I just started back collecting when we started this show. Like my collection is only 5 years old, and I don't have any more room. I can't build any more shelves.
that's the problem.
Isn't that all of our problems?
He had to put a storage shed in the backyard just so he could add more stuff.
I am not single. I had to move my
Yes, I'm not single. I had to move my stuff to a shed in my backyard that I had someone fix up.
There you go.
It has now become the man cave / toy shed, and it houses, you know, all of your fandoms that I mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
G.I. Joe, $6 Million Man, everything. And
So was that
yeah,
your
so-
toy growing up, though? Like the G.I. Joe
Yes,
toys?
that was my favorite. Star Wars was also my favorite, but my favorite toy, or my first toy I remember having, and my favorite toy was Stretch Armstrong.
Oh, gotta love a Stretch
I
Armstrong.
love that dude. Me and my dad stretch him all the way across the ring, you know. And,
Good stuff. Good
a
stuff.
funny story. We lived in a house in Kentucky growing up, and we had a crawl space, and the heat was not very good in this house, and Stretch Armstrong is full of corn syrup. That's what makes him stretchy. Well, if you leave him on the floor in Kentucky in the winter, he will freeze. And when your mom comes by to kick him out of the way to sweep, she'll break her toe.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So my mother still to this day lets me know about Stretch Armstrong breaking her toe.
There you go. So be careful out there, kids. Don't leave your Stretch Armstrong out in the cold,
Toys
right?
intact.
There you go. Hey, so I want to circle back to one thing real quick. This is a very small thing. You said TMNT. I am a firm believer that you can throw out as many personality tests as you want to, but nothing will tell you more about a person. Which of the four turtles is their go-to? It's going to tell you everything you need to know about them. So, what say you?
We do movie reviews. We'll show like we'll show like the trailer to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then we go into the full history. Like I'm a musician, so I go into what music was, and like he'll do toy lines, and Scotty is also an actor, and he'll go into their history and stuff like that. But I always thought I was Michelangelo, because I'm kind of the goofy one. And everybody looked at me and said, no, you're Raphael.
The mean one.
I'm not mean. It's just, I'm very sarcastic.
Okay.
Very. And so whenever you watch the first movie, he's like, oh yeah, we just throw a news reporter right here with a throw rug and stuff like that. That's me. Like I am a smart aleck.
Yeah.
So,
I'm always been Mikey. Team Mikey's been my guy. He's the party dude, so I love that. But
well, my real name is Michael, so I always thought I was Michelangelo.
Oh, there you go.
But I don't go by that name.
Direct timing. Hey, so I'm going to ask one question, then I want to open it up. If there's any questions that are out there, what is, if you can boil it down to one thing, because I know that I don't put on conventions, but I know people who do, and I know that there's challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge. But if you were to boil it down to what is, I guess it's kind of a two-part question. What is the most challenging aspect of either putting on a con, whether it's starting your own or just the normal con that you've been running for however many years you've been running. But what's then, outside of that, what's the most rewarding thing when you have that too?
I think the most rewarding thing for me is when you see mom or dad bring the kids in and they start showing them like, oh, this is what I played with as a kid. I had like the monster, or I had this and I had that, or I had the little wrestling buddies. That is me, because I do that with my kids, and they're older now. My kids are 16 and 18, and like we didn't have satellite, we didn't have cable, we didn't have internet. So I picked what my kids watched, and it was all the stuff I liked. So, and just the throwback on that. To me, that's rewarding, and the charity side of it.
Yeah.
Being able to see all these people come through who may not ever get to attend anything like this, and they are having a ball. Especially like Scott Enos was our guest last show. And he signed all kind of stuff for them, took pictures with them, and they had a ball. So.
Okay, so we'll go with the most rewarding thing first, and then I'll go into the challenge. The most rewarding thing, like Twinkie was saying for me, is also being able to share that with my kids and show them, you know, this is. Of course, they know, they see it at the house, but I've got one. My youngest is 8. And he's on the spectrum, he's autistic, and he is a wild man. He is the equivalent of Donnie from the Wild Thornberrys.
Yes.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
That child
he's awesome. So that's one thing I do love about it is sharing the hobby and the old cartoons and everything with my boys. And then also the charity aspect of it. It's very rewarding to be able to raise money for a charity like that, and be able to cut them a check at the end of the day, and let know that that's going to help them pay for bowling or
and then be grateful.
Going to a movie, and they just so appreciative of it.
Yeah.
But on to the most challenging thing. The most challenging thing and aggravating thing for me has been securing a venue.
Oh, really?
Yes. When we were smaller and we were at the Baptist Student Union, we really didn't have a whole lot of issues there other than air conditioning. You know,
that's a big issue.
Well, they don't want to turn it on because it costs money, and I get it, but it's like, we're renting a place from you, brother. It's hot.
Yeah.
So, but then we moved on to the Salvation Army, and we had nothing but issues there. I mean, building leaks, plumbing leaks.
If there was a water issue, we had
it.
Oh,
we had it. And I mean, it's not their fault, but I mean, it is what it is, but still. And then we just pure outgrew the place, so we had to find another one. And so luckily, where we're at now, we're pretty happy with. So
that's awesome.
Hopefully that works out. So.
That's awesome. So hey, as we're getting near wrapping up here, we got a few minutes until our next panel that's happening. I want to just give an opportunity if there's anybody out there that would like to ask them a question about Mississippi Toy Fest or just nostalgia and toys in general. Right now, we can, if you have a question, just let me know. Everybody hates asking the first question. It's always awkward, so I'll ask the first question. Hey, so you guys had mentioned one more time, because I think some people came in since you said this. Let them know again about your convention, when it is, where it is, and what you kind of got going on there.
Our next show will be September the 26th at the Lake Terrace Convention Center in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Early bird entry will be from 9 to 10, and the general admission will be from 10 to 5.
Yeah, where can they get tickets online for that? Or
eventually, we're not quite there.
Okay.
The venue handles that.
Okay.
You can definitely buy them at the door.
Buy them at the door.
But you can buy them online.
Yeah.
And we'll put a link. We'll start advertising soon, and there'll be a link in there that you can click online.
And where can they go? I know you guys are here, so just point them. Where can they go to get some more information about this con if they want to know where it is or have questions?
Okay. Best place is our Facebook page.
Okay.
South Mississippi Toy Fest on Facebook. We also have a BrosBeforeShows page. You can get all the info you need at either one of those.
Awesome. And then you have a table.
Have a table up front.
By the
Anybody wants wristbands? We got a ton of them up there. Come get you one. And as Twinkie mentioned, he's single, so any ladies out there that like his number, I'll be glad to give it to you. He's a good dude.
And he's got a Star Wars kitchen, so I mean, come on, that's awesome. That's what I heard. So, well,
I
thank
had
you.
to make him build a shed in the backyard. But
Well, thank you guys so much. We're wishing you all the luck. It's good. It sounds like a great fest, and excited for all of the years to come. I'm excited that you guys have air conditioning now, but excited that it's growing continually.
And parking. That was an issue at the Salvation Army. There was only about 60 parking spots, and whenever you have, like 1,000 people roll through,
In 60 spots.
That's more than 60 spots. Yeah.
so
exactly.
they were parking anywhere and everywhere they could, to the point that the police department was like, "Hey."
That's good. All right, any last things you want to say before we go?
No, you like Eric said, you can check us out on Facebook, South Mississippi Toy Fest, Bros Before Shows. You can, we got I think 130 or 40 videos right now where we've done interviews or check out other Toy Fest, and and there's a couple movies on there from Scotty, because Scotty has made 2 Zelda movies and 2 G.I. Joe movies.
Wow.
They're on there.
He's been in several.
And he's been in a whole bunch of other stuff too. So
That is awesome. Well, Twinkie, Eric, thank you so much. Thank you to South Mississippi Toy Fest, and thank you guys for being here. It looked like you had something.
one more.
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
Everybody that comes and supports the show, we just thank y'all so much for coming. It's a lot of work, and we're happy to do it, but we're even happier when we see people turn out and enjoy the show. So thank you guys for your support.
Yeah, absolutely. So go check them out at the table, check out all those places, and make sure you go September 26th to South Mississippi Toy Fest. Y'all have a great day.
Quick question.
Oh, we do have a question.
Yes,
There
sir.
we go.
Just thought of one. Everybody who's our age knows that there was several different wannabe Star Wars that came along. You had Battlestar Galactica, you had Buck Rogers, you had V, you had a bunch of different things that had the same general formula of like Ralph McQuarrie style starfighters with the blaster bolts and things like that. Of all of the different starfighters from Star Wars or from any of the other properties that had a similar style, which one is your favorite?
Oh, I can answer. My favorite of all time, spaceship like that, is the Cylon Raider. I think that thing is awesome.
That is a good choice. Mine is the Buck Rogers starfighter.
I love that one too. Love that too. Matter of fact, in my collection, in that shed I was mentioning, I have that entire line of Buck Rogers from Mingo back in the day.
That design is phenomenal.
Yes, I love it. But I'm also a big fan of the Viper, Colonial Viper too. I think that's awesome.
Do you have one?
I just like Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't know none of the others. I like Star Wars. So,
That's good. That's good. That's a great
Fighter
question.
would drop an X-wing like it was nothing.
I think mine is Spaceballs.
Oh, that's a good one too. Dude, I want that Lego set so bad.
Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions? Well, all right, guys. Make sure you go check out their table. Go talk to Twinkie and Eric. I'm gonna keep saying that because I
That's
love
fine.
saying.
I don't
Twinkie.
answer by my
Also
government name.
I've got a booth inside, booth 75. Y'all
Oh.
come by and see me. I got some Battlestar Galactica and Buck Rogers in there for sale.
There you go. Booth 75, right here in the vendor table. He's got
That's a
some
black
stuff.
hole.
The
That's a
black hole.
Oh, nice.
So,
That's an underrated classic.
Absolutely.
all right,
I like
guys.
you.
There you go. Y'all need to connect for sure. So.
Maximilian is one of the most underrated badass villains in all of science fiction.
100% agree.
There you go. Well, you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the con. Thank you guys for being here today. Appreciate it. Let's give it up
Thank you.
for South Mississippi Toy Fest.
Thank y'all.